at Elon Musk, let's debate, you game. I am for free speech, not lawfare. So this guy, yeah, row 5 seconds ago, Elon should be investigated for murdering millions of people. Row now, I'm against lawfare. You cannot hate this man enough. Khanna continued, he needs to answer for that. He needs to be subpoenaed. He needs to face investigation. He needs to answer for what he did with Doge. It's not just, let's move on. So he's basically accusing Elon of killing millions of people, murdering millions of people for his Doge cuts. And then after he makes this claim, and Elon basically just tosses him out as like a retard, which he should, he's like, oh, let's debate, bro. This happens all the time. And you've seen it with like people who attack me or people who attack Leaflet, where they'll just be like, oh, Kirsche, have me on, debate me. I'm not gonna fucking debate you, you disingenuous cunt. It doesn't matter how many times you try to say, I'm arguing in good faith and you just won't listen to me. No, you're fucking not. And you're not fooling anyone anymore. Everyone knows you're a disingenuous fucking liar, and that's why you get ratioed to oblivion, my fucking guy. Nobody thinks you're serious. Nobody thinks you're the good guy. Start internalizing it and understand you are the bad guy. Fucking fix your shit. And so it was really funny to me seeing Khanna pull the same exact thing of like, oh, I can get some clout if Elon Musk agrees to debate me. But why fucking would he? You've made ridiculous accusations and then say, let's debate. No, you don't deserve a debate. You don't deserve his platform. You don't deserve to be given legitimacy by Elon even fucking acknowledging you. Fuck all the way off. Get out of my country.
Today, Elon Musk threatened to sue me and he called on the Justice Department to put me in prison. That's right. The world's richest person has spent all day tweeting going after me.
Yes, because you lied about him. And people are sick of being lied about. Fuck off.
Why? Because I cited an academic study that his Doge cuts may lead to the deaths of...
May lead. Doge did not go far enough. More cuts need to be made, Mr. Sir.
Millions of children overseas. You know, Elon, I thought you were a free speech guy. Why not debate me on the...
This is the exact same thing the fucking V-tweeters do. I thought you were for free speech. Why aren't you defending my speech to defame you? Oh god, I wish this was a COD lobby so I could say how I really felt, man.
These issues instead of threatening lawfare. You're not going to be able...
This is exactly what they said when I fucking went at Vice! They were like, ooh, Kirsche can't defend herself, so now she's resorting to lawfare. Vice didn't actually think there was anything wrong with the articles. They just took them down to not deal with her. Who do you think has more fucking money? Vice or me? What are you talking about?
to intimidate me. I'm the guy who stood up to the Epstein class and worked with Massey to get the Epstein files released. I'm the guy who stood up against APEC and called out a genocide. And I'm the guy who stood up to billionaires in my district who ran someone against me and still called for a wealth tax. So I'm not going to be intimidated or silenced.
Who is he? Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of him doing any of this.
I need the help of folks to sign this petition and help me stand up to power and fight for truth and justice.
It's all fucking lies. They're like, yes, I fight for truth and justice while saying nothing but lies. Holy shit. My heckling genocide. It's just like, man, when I started looking into what, like, lawsuits would cost against, you know, more people, that's a lot of fucking money, especially when you go at it in another country and they're just like, well, you need to pay the lawyer fee and then you also need to pay for the translator for the lawyer to make sure everything is correct. And it's like, that's a lot of fucking money, man. I don't know about all that. I don't know if I can afford that shit. So maybe we just hope that people go off into the sunset and I don't have to pull out any kind of nuclear option. That would be great. That would be great. He was Massey's right-hand man in releasing the Epstein files and making false allegations against people who were just in a police lineup. What the fuck? He was the one who was making false allegations against people? That's insane. Literally can only lie. British Colonel Richard Kemp retired to Jewish News Syndicate Summit in Jerusalem.
I speak as a goy, a mere goy.
A mere goy.
The Jews were put on the face of the earth to be a light unto nations. And Israel is being that light in defense of its own country. And I think most particularly, not just in military technology, but in the way in which those extraordinary men and women of the IDF have shown the world how to fight. And many countries in Western Europe which are going to face this violence will be looking to Israel to see how they're going to fight. So the narrative is one thing, but action, I think, is even more important.
All right, I have many questions. Let's go through this again with some pauses. First of all, why would you prostrate yourself like this publicly? Oh, I am a mere goy, barely even human. My opinions mean nothing. But let me tell you about how much more amazing the chosen people are than myself. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? What the actual fuck, dude? Who does that? That's insanity. A humble goy.
The Jews were put on the face of the earth to be a light unto nations.
What a weird thing to say. Why would you exalt a race/religion of people above everybody else on earth? Like, I know that in their religious texts, they believe they are the chosen people, but like, you are saying you are a mere goy. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Like, this is fucking crazy to hear. This is just insanity. Chat, just remember, you're a Gentile. I know he's a Brit bong. I said that. I said that at the beginning before I played the video. He's twisting the biblical interpretations to apply it to a modern Israel. If I was a conspiracy weaver, right, and I heard this guy being like, I am a mere goy. The Jews were put on earth to be a guiding light to the rest of us. They are an exalted peoples. I'd be like, hey, that's kind of interesting that their religious texts say that they're the chosen people, but when you think about it, what if they were put here as like a trial to overcome, right? You know, like what if we've just been lied to this whole time? What if we've been lied to this whole time and like the Jews were put here as a trial from God? What if that's the whole thing, right? Because you're not supposed to perform idolatry. And if they constantly call themselves God's chosen, wouldn't that be blasphemy? A little tinfoil for thought.
And Israel is being that light in defense of its own country.
Okay, and if it's great, if you're praising Israel for being a guiding light and defending its own country, Mr. Britbong, why won't you defend your country? If you genuinely believe the shit you are saying right now, that you are a mere goyim who is exalting Israel for protecting itself, why are you not protecting Britain? Why are you not doing the exact same thing?
And I think most particularly, not just in military technology, but in the way in which those extraordinary men and women of the IDF have shown the world.
The military technology from the United States. Israel would not have that technology if it were not from the United States. So I want to hear that shit.
How to fight. And many countries in Western Europe which are going to face this violence will be looking to Israel to see how they're going to fight.
Will they? Will they be looking to Israel, or will they be looking at the United States like, please, daddy, give us supplies? Because I think it's going to be the latter, buddy.
So the narrative is one thing, but action, I think, is even more important.
Even this guy's like, what the fuck did he just say? Like, even this guy looks confused. Oh my god, dude. A fucking shoe down here. I'm a goy! A mere goy! Very fucking silly. Very fucking silly. I don't know what the fuck is going on with all of that. But I also, this looks like AI to me. I have no idea if it actually is. If this is just like some guy shitposting from New York, maybe. I can't, my eyes are bad, so I can't see if there's any like fucking shitty AI text on the posters behind him. But this was fucking funny.
The Goyim are gonna love this.
The Goyim, they're gonna love it.
Jewish Bagels of America, and I am here to try our new bagel and cream cheese formula. Our Jewish Bagel of America food scientists have just created a top-of-the-line cream cheese byproduct. It's thick, hydrogenated, but at the same time, creamy and light. Our byproducts are made by Hebes for the Goyim.
For me! Goyim bagel!
There's nothing natural about this baby, all chemical. This is the cream cheese of the future. We make a 99% profit on this. That's why I drive a Ferrari and you don't. Thanks a lot.
The Goyim bagels, chat! Surprised you haven't. I've not seen this before. My mods are saying it's real. It's not AI. That's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. The bagel man is hilarious. Kappa Romeo, thank you. You're being a bit unfair, Kirsche. Kemp is famous because he gave a speech to his battalion justifying the 03 Iraq invasion better than the US establishment itself. Look it up, it's good. He's advocated UK defense for decades. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being unfair, but based on just that speech, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you saying? Anyone who refers to themselves as I'm a goy, just a mere goy, I'm gonna just throw out anything they fucking say after that. Right? Like, there's no fucking way you say that and then should be taken seriously. Zero fucking chance. The ADL says, a slur doesn't stop being a slur because teenagers started saying it. Today's New York Times On Language column treats the anti-Semitic slur goy slop as a fun linguistic curiosity rather than what it is. A term rooted in white supremacist conspiracy theories. So let me get this straight. The Jews have goy and goyim as a slur to describe non-Jews. But as soon as non-Jews start having fun with the slur, suddenly it's anti-Semitic. That doesn't make any sense. Let's enjoy this old commercial.
Your stomach calling? Need a processed meal to destroy your insides? Look no further than goy slop.
Yay! This AI voiceover sounds like the Target Women lady. I fucking loved that YouTube series. Holy shit.
Place where food controls you. Our secret Israeli designed brown goo will kill you.
Brown goo!
We're not kidding. We're here to poison goyim.
I love goy slop. My wife and her lover love goy slop.
Thank you, Charlie Kirk.
We're really proud of the work we've been doing here at Goy Slop. I feel so full of energy whenever I take a bite. I love Israel.
So come on down to goy slop. Clog your arteries and
Oh, look
serve
at the
mega
Trump dance,
corporation.
man.
Call 1-800-GOY-SLOP now. and
Goy slop now!
you were always meant to be.
I hope that's not a real number like the Kirsche one was. Asmongold backs up Shoe on Head in her battle with the ADL over goy slop, says he wants to reclaim the word goy. Oh, I like how he uses their language. Goy is our N-word, so whenever you say the word goy, you're taking it back from the oppressors. They used this word to hold us down for 3,000 years. Okay, we're reclaiming it. Goy is our slur! You can't say it!
I saw this was really fucking funny. So, Shoe on Head claps back at the ADL for referring to goy slop as a slur. Wait. Goy, the Hebrew word that refers to non-Jews. So you have your own little slur for us, but we're the bad ones for using it ourselves. Yeah, goy is our N-word.
Yep.
You understand that? So, like, whenever you say the word goy, you're taking it back from the oppressors.
That's
Like,
true.
we are
That is the leftist logic. We're reclaiming the slur.
allowed to say goy because, again, they use this word to hold us down for 3,000 years, okay? Like, we can't, yeah, we're reclaiming it. We're bringing it back, bro. Like, that's it. And so, anyway, what the goy, exactly, right? You're cooking. I'm telling you guys, that's the way it is. So I saw this, and a lot of people, this is what I thought was really funny, right? So they made this post, and I obviously replied to it as of no surprise. And so a lot of people were actually mad at me. Asmongold is the definition of goy cattle.
Goy
I saw this
cattle?
was really
Hold on, what's his
full.
list?
We're actually mad.
Goy nip, an exciting event or thing that keeps the attention of people who are considered goy. It's like Star Wars! Star Wars is now goy nip! Goy slop, a type of food or leisure activity that is indulgent and unhealthy. Hold on, isn't there like a really old meme that has like goy slop and then another type of goy food and then there's another type of food? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You got the know the difference. Goy slop, mass-produced, obesity-inducing, and highly processed foods and food products. McDonald's is goy slop. Zog slop, meals which are directly served to you by institutions such as school, work, prison, or the military, like school lunch. I hated school lunch, man.
Yum. It's rich in bunly goodness.
Oh my god. The only good school lunch we had was when it was pizza day, because we got the pizza from like the local places. Fucking Sal's, buddy. Goy feed. Alternative diets promoted by elites to minimize resource usage. Beyond Meat is goy feed. Do not eat the cockroach milk.
There might be a new milk coming to town, and it's about to crawl right into the dairy aisle at the supermarket. Cockroach milk.
And sloppa. Large, messy, and unhealthy meals consisting of simple ingredients, typically home cooked. Chili con carne is sloppa. I have a sloppa meal. I would take like mashed potato and chicken or ground beef and like corn or peas or broccoli or carrot. And I would mix the mashed potato and the meat and the vegetable together in a bowl with ketchup. And I would eat it as a child. And that's delicious. Delicious sloppa. I love you. Hearing cockroach milk actually made you a little nauseous. Canada made an article on it a while ago saying that people should switch to drinking cockroach milk. Kier slop. I love Kirsche slop. Pre-made the KFC sloppa. I did. I made KFC sloppa bowls before KFC did. I was a pioneer. Goy beam. A military action using particle weapons, usually related to Israel. When I think of Goy beam, I think of like something a la Sailor Moon. You know, in like a really happy Japanese fake accent. We're like, Goya Beamu! You know, something like that. They just like fucking hate you with it. And you're like, I love Star Wars. I must consume product and then get excited for next product. That's what I think of. Goy cattle, worse than goy, even dumber, even more servile. How do you devolve from goy to goy cattle is my question. Goy caught. Definition pending. Is a goy caught when the goys get angry and boycott something? Or is it like a bed that we sleep on? I don't know. Definition pending. Goy looping, when a fat and or retarded person keeps saying the same thing over and over. I thought that was a unique phenomena to a certain demographic. And then this one, everyone's favorite punching bag, Evan loves Worf over here. Quote retweeting the Yeet post about Shoe on Head that Asmon was just talking about, and he said, claps back, and it's Nazi shit, where it's basically Shoe just saying, hey, hold on, if this is a slur for non-Jews, how is it anti-Semitic if we start using it? Hold on, wait a minute. And then someone pointed out, obviously based meth enjoyer, I'm glad he enjoys the meth, showing Evan loves Worf calling people goy. So shut the fuck up, goy. Another goy-splaining what platforming a Holocaust denier is. Wow, dude, I knew I was speaking to some goy as soon as you piped up. Literally out here just slinging the N-word for non-Jews. This fucking guy. Okay, goy. Okay, boomer. He needs the meth to monitor the situation more closely. He's our strongest soldier. Evan loves cock as a spineless slave. The ADL continuously saying dumb shit. Concerning to see Quafton deploying generative AI teammates in PUBG when our online gaming leaderboard shows they haven't implemented basic protections to keep human players safe from anti-Semitism and extremism. How can you make AI players a priority when real players remain vulnerable to hate and harassment? What the fuck do you mean? I can't believe the ADL is gonna get me to defend fucking Krafton! Killer of Terra! Employer of shitty people! Fuck you, Jerry! Holy shit, what are you talking about? What do you want them to fucking do? They're a video game company! Why are players advertising their Jewishness for them to suffer anti-Semitism in the first place? I don't, like, what does this even mean? I feel like I'm taking fucking crazy pills, man. You think they called the in-game NPC bots generative AI? Yeah, so I guess when you're playing PUBG, sometimes they can put, like, AI people in the match. So they're not real players. But, like, what the fuck does this have to do with anti-Semitism? Means they aren't running proximity chat through AI moderation. I don't fucking care. Bro, What the fuck? The word grasshopper was fucking banned in the chat word list. I will say, though, it was very funny back when Terra first came out, before the advent of, like, heavy word filters for games. And there was somebody who managed to make a level 1 character. And so there was this level 1 character standing in the end game PvP. I think it was like Zulfikar Fortress at the time, when they still had the, like, big raids that would freeze your game and cause it to crash. And this guy named his character Jungle.N-word with the hard R. And he was just chilling there for, like, a full fucking day before it got banned. I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy. What the fuck? The ADL has a list ranking games on their chat autofilters for anti-Semitism. I feel like the ADL has bitched and complained about anti-Semitism to the point where that word has lost its meaning. It's like leftists calling you a Nazi, or like weird internet freaks calling you a pedophile. Like, it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Nobody fucking cares. They started this nonsense by trying to say Pepe was an anti-Semitic meme. Fucking the OK hand symbol, man, was like one of the craziest things. How are you supposedly some, like, authoritative organization that informs the government of terrorist things, and you're gonna say, like, Pepe the Frog and the OK hand symbol are anti-Semitic? Get the fuck out of here, man. OK hand symbol was literally a 4chan psyop. Yeah, it's also tiresome, man. A gallon of milk and Papa John's. Remember that? You drink milk, you're racist. I don't think this is related to any of the Goy things, but James Lindsay having a rare moment in current year of lucidity. CTV Regina saying, Islamic call to prayers being tested in downtown Regina. I'm assuming this is somewhere in fucking Canada, because it says .ca. And James Lindsay saying, I am once again reminding Americans that we share a 5,500-mile unsecurable border with our northern neighbor, and it's going to be a serious national security problem if they keep going increasingly retarded. He's completely fucking correct. Everybody worrying about the southern border, but we've had issues with the northern border before, and the more retarded Canada gets, the more of a security issue that border is going to become. Mark Levin said, no damn country better interfere in our elections, period. Amen, 100%. But we will influence, reportedly, who the Prime Minister of Israel will be in the October election there. What? And this guy said, this is awkward. The Times of Israel printed, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu plans to use pro-Israel senators and right-wing media personalities to influence the terms of a final agreement between the United States and Iran. Netanyahu believes a final deal with Iran will be secured, but that Tehran will not fulfill its obligations under the agreement. He plans to use media figures such as Fox News' Mark Levin and pro-Israel politicians to get his message across to Trump. I thought that was fake, because I don't usually believe screenshots without a source posted below. But apparently that's fucking real. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu plans to use pro-Israel senators and right-wing media personalities to influence the terms of a final agreement between the US and Iran. CNN says it reached out to the Prime Minister's office for comment on its report. And this is from the Times of Israel. Very short, but it's been reported. The UK, in speedrunning itself into a revolution, has now announced the NHS will recruit children as young as 11 for the puberty blockers trial set to begin in August. Researchers at King's College London added a minimum age requirement, meaning girls must be at least 11 and boys at least 12, with up to 250 children from the NHS gender clinics expected to take part. The trial was paused in February after regulators raised concerns about long-term risks, including fertility loss and bone damage. The trial remains subject to a legal challenge. You know, while Sweden's getting rid of all of these puberty blockers and surgeries, and while the NHS has been sued by detransitioners, this seems like nothing could go wrong, right? They're just like, well, what if we just take 250 kids and we experiment on them and then we can release a report on it? It'll be just like lobotomies. No YouTube for you until you're 16, but we'll pump you full of chemicals when you hit 11. That's true. That's true. If we let you have access to the internet before you were 16, you might be able to actually contact someone for help while you're being groomed and or raped. And we just can't have that. You know, that would be racist to the rapist. We have to let that happen. Minimum age of 11 set for UK puberty blocker trial. Gender questioning children will have to be at least 11 years old to take part in a clinical trial assessing the risks and benefits of puberty blocking drugs. The planned Pathways trial was paused in February 2026 after the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, MHRA, raised safety concerns and suggested introducing a minimum age of 14, where none had been set previously. It says discussions with the research team have allowed a number of safeguards, including participation age, to be strengthened. The first children are expected to be recruited in August, although ongoing legal action by some clinicians and campaigners questioning the trial's safety and ethics may delay that. Puberty blockers for people under 18 questioning their gender identity were banned in 2024. The drugs, also known as puberty suppressing hormones, PHS, are used to delay or prevent puberty happening. Researchers from King's College London have also agreed not to recruit participants until after August 1st, to allow for legal proceedings to take place. No child would be able to take part in the trial without parental consent. That's cool. As long as the parents consent to mutilating their children, that's what matters. And young people will continue to need to meet all the other eligibility criteria, including demonstrating a good understanding of the intervention and its possible benefits and risks, they add. 11 years old, man. They cannot possibly understand the benefits, heavy quotes, and the risks. Researchers say they always welcome scrutiny of studies involving children and young people, and that in addition to setting a minimum age, they have strengthened patient information. But there are no major changes to the design or conduct of the trial. They always welcome scrutiny. That's why nobody's been able to question anything transgender related without fear of losing their job for a while now. They say the new age limits are 11 for birth-registered female participants and 12 for birth-registered males. I mean, I guess it's technically better than birthing bodies, but a birth-registered female just sounds fucked up. Clearer guidance is also being introduced about when the drug should be stopped. For instance, if there are concerns about bone density, impact on brain function, or vaginal bleeding. More detailed information will also be provided on how individuals can preserve their fertility. The Pathways trial, approved by UK regulators and ethics experts in November 2025, is set to involve children under the age of 16 who are distressed about their gender and currently accessing gender services. It would examine the impact of the drugs on their physical, social, and emotional well-being. Some doctors have questioned whether the trial is necessary. Campaigners are also taking legal action against the MHRA, the government, and others involved in the trial. They claim it is unethical and that children cannot give fully informed consent to a treatment that might affect their future fertility. A 2024 review by Dr. Hilary Cass found gender medicine had been operating on shaky foundations when it came to evidence for treatment, with the ban for puberty blockers for under 18s introduced after the review had raised concerns about their safety. Cass has since told the BBC that it is vital that the trial for puberty blockers for under 16s goes ahead, or we're going to have ongoing charlatans just handing out inappropriate drugs, pointing to the private sale of the drugs, particularly online. If people are selling bathtub Troonshine, shouldn't you just, arrest those people? Shouldn't it be an arrestable offense to, mix homemade concoctions of hormone treatment and then give it to children? Doesn't that just sound like a criminal behavior? What are we doing? What are we doing? YouTuber arrested for cooking and eating a stray dog to protest livestock prices. From the shape of his head and the worry I feel from his eyes and his smile, somehow I don't think it was really protesting livestock prices, and he's probably just fucking crazy. A YouTuber has been arrested after he skinned, cooked, and ate a stray dog in a video he claimed was a protest against rising livestock prices. Ayub Ben Neznez, that's not a real fucking name, a 26-year-old Moroccan influencer known online as Ben Neznez, was taken into custody in Martil after the video sparked outrage across Morocco. According to reports, the video showed Ayub Ben Neznez presenting the dog as an alternative Eid sacrifice before roasting and eating its meat. It was reportedly viewed more than 200,000 times before being removed from YouTube. I have a question. I thought that dogs were considered dirty in Islam. So if dogs are considered dirty, why would you skin and roast one of them to then eat it? Right? Like, would not eating dog be even worse than consuming the alcohols under the rules here? Ben Neznez claimed the stunt was meant to protest the rising cost of sheep during Eid al-Adha, when many Muslims traditionally sacrifice livestock. He argued he could not afford a traditional sheep due to soaring prices. Following the backlash, Ben Neznez reportedly released another video claiming the dog had already been killed in a road incident. He denied killing the animal himself. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna believe that after the fact, buddy. The dog that appeared in the video, I didn't kill it. I found it dead on the side of the road after it was hit in a traffic accident. I didn't kill it, so stop saying that I did. Everything is documented and there's proof. Authorities later arrested him on a warrant issued by police in Tamara near Rabat. Local reports cited by The Sun say he has been charged with offenses, including insulting Islam and animal cruelty. I was right! It is dirty in Islam! Prosecutors have reportedly ordered Ben Neznez to remain in El Arjat prison near Rabat while he awaits trial. The video drew complaints from animal welfare groups, with 3 organizations reportedly filing formal complaints against him. Religious figures also condemned the stunt, with preacher Hazma al-Khalidi saying dog meat is forbidden under Islamic law. Ben Neznez has more than 2 million followers and has previously drawn attention for other controversial videos, including clips involving snake and crocodile meat. That's wild, man. That's fucking get fucked, Neznez. This is just the latest dog-eating controversy to erupt in June. Earlier this month in China, an influencer with over 1.5 million followers was stolen, sold to a restaurant, and eaten. I remember talking about that. China is begging us to not forget that they're the ones who eat the dogs. Massachusetts citizens rallied behind a ballot question to lower the income tax from 5% to 4%. More than 100,000 people signed petitions to put it before the voters. Now, because of a flagrant and indefensible error by the Attorney General in describing the measure, those citizens have been disenfranchised. I am stunned by this level of malpractice. Once again, Beacon Hill gets away with ignoring the people, and once again, Massachusetts voters are the ones who pay the price. And this says income tax cut ballot question tossed by state's highest court. And there's also a little video here by some fucking retards. It says Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court just did something awesome. They ruled today that Initiative Petition 2518, a proposed income tax cut from 5 to 4%, cannot appear on the 2026 ballot. Why? The Attorney General's official summary told voters something that was wrong.
Awesome! We're here to claim victory!
Hell yeah! It's awesome when we don't allow our constituents to vote for lower income taxes! Get fucked!
Against the MAGA Tech Bros!
This year, the MAGA Tech Bros tried to slash the state budget.
That's right, they tried to blackmail our state. Hi, I'm Erica.
And I'm Vic.
And we're 2 Asians who studied economics.
And have a selfie stick. Our homegrown local tech billionaires, Jim, Jay, and Chris, tried to lie to you in the courts about what their terrible tax cut would do.
That's why the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial came in and kicked their ass.
The fight's not over. MAGA tech billionaires in corporate America will stop at nothing to blackmail our state.
Join my newsletter to get involved with our union siblings at Mass Teachers Association to stand up and fight back against corporate greed.
Them saying that they're with the teachers union makes so much fucking sense, that they want to keep draining as much taxpayer money as they possibly can. You know, the fact that taxpayers wanted to vote on potentially lowering the income tax by 1 fucking %, and they're losing their minds over it. Gen Z boss and a mini energy. Tax cuts is corporate greed? It's corporate greed because just shut up. That's what it is. Massachusetts High Court cites misleading summary by AG in striking down ballot initiative to lower state income tax. The Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court struck down an initiative petition to lower the state income tax from 5% to 4%, stating that a summary of the proposal authored by the Attorney General's office and used to collect required signatures was misleading and must be disqualified from appearing on the ballot. The High Court ruled in favor of 8 Massachusetts voters who challenged AG Andrea Campbell's summary of the initiative petition 2518, title An Initiative Petition for a Law Relative to Reducing the State Personal Income Tax Rate from 5% to 4%, arguing that she did not provide a fair, concise summary of the proposed law as required by state law. 8 Massachusetts voters. Are these 8 voters who possibly benefit from getting taxpayer money delivered to them? Maybe we should reform voting so that you only get the ability to vote if you are a net benefit taxpayer. The proposal would have gradually reduced the state income tax rate from 5% to 4% over 3 years, starting at 4.67% in 2027, and then lowered to 4.33% in 2028, and then finally 4% flat in 2029. Specifically, the court agreed with the interveners that Campbell falsely stated in her summary that the proposed law would not lower the tax rate on long-term capital gains, when in fact, as written, it would lower it. That is such a fucking squiggly semantics bullshit. Actually, your summary is incorrect because it would lower taxes further than you initially described it. That means no one gets to vote on it. The challenge language states the petition would lower the tax rates on 1, personal taxable income consisting of interest and dividends, and 2, personal taxable income other than interest, dividends, or capital gain income, such as wages and salaries, emphasis added. According to plaintiffs, the emphasized exclusion tells voters the long-term capital gain tax rate will remain unchanged. Under current law, the petition would in fact lower it, said Associate Justice Sergei Georges in his decision. What a fucking name. We agree the summary misstates the petition's impact. As written, the proposed law would reduce the tax rate for Part B taxable income, including income derived from wages and salaries. Because current law ties the tax rate for most Part B taxable income, i.e. long-term capital gain income, to the Part B rate, the proposed law also would reduce the long-term capital gain tax rate. I would say, I don't know how anyone living in Mass could read this and not just be absolutely aghast at how dumb the people ruling over them are, and furthermore, how those people think how dumb you are. Right? They're not even trying to hide things anymore. They're just yeah, we're fucking you over, and we know there's nothing you can do about it, so here's a middle finger, and let me rub it in your face. That's pretty much what's going on here. The petition was originally filed with Campbell's office by 10 registered Massachusetts voters in August 2025, which was then certified and sent to the Secretary of State's office in September. Campbell's summary was then placed in the forms used to collect signatures in order to certify the petition for the ballot. This proposed law would, over a period of 3 years, lower the tax rates on 1, personal taxable income consisting of interest and dividends, and 2, personal taxable income other than interest, dividends, or capital gain income, such as wages and salaries. Campbell's summary stated incorrectly states, both tax rates were 5% for tax year 2024. The proposed law would set both tax rates at 4.67 for tax year 2027, 4.33 for tax year 2028, and 4.0 beginning in tax year 2029. Proponents of the measure collected and submitted to the Secretary of State over 85,000 signatures to qualify the ballot by December. Fiscal watchdogs like the Pioneer Institute and the Massachusetts Fiscal Alliance slammed a decision, as well as Campbell, for the misleading summary that resulted in the disqualification of the petition. This is a disgraceful outcome for Massachusetts taxpayers and a direct result of the Attorney General's failure to do her job properly. More than 100,000 residents signed petitions to put tax relief before the voters. They followed the process, did the work, and earned a place on the ballot. Mass Fiscal Executive Director Paul Craney said in a written statement, I don't remember anything about Campbell. I know we've talked about her before when she was saying stuff about the audit thing, but I don't remember what she was saying. But her last name is Campbell, and therefore I will not trust her. The SJC did not reject the tax cut on the merits. The court did not say taxpayers were wrong to want relief. The court removed this question because the Attorney General's summary failed to meet the constitutional standard required for ballot petitions. This is an extraordinary failure by an office that has enormous responsibility over the initiative petition process. The Pioneer Institute for Public Policy Research is calling the SJC ruling a serious disappointment, pointing to the Massachusetts remaining as one of the highest tax and cost-burdened states in the U.S., while also seeing some of the highest out-migration rates in the country. Well, yeah, people are fucking fleeing the commie sector. Why wouldn't they? The court's decision rests on a drafting error in the Attorney General's summary of the petition, a matter entirely outside the control of voters and petition signers. As a result, the people of Massachusetts will be denied the opportunity to decide whether the Commonwealth should reduce the income tax from 5% to 4%. No ballot question has ever been removed due to a minor drafting mistake. Today's decision means that a technical defect in the summary prepared by the government can prevent voters from considering a question that otherwise qualified for the ballot. Campbell's office responded with a statement: "We respect the SJC's decision and will continue to work diligently to ensure that ballot initiatives are summarized fairly and transparently." Since 2020, Massachusetts has seen a net domestic outmigration of 182,000 residents, particularly between the ages of 26 and 34, the Pioneer Institute says. This as Massachusetts continues to experience declining job growth, joining only a handful of other states that has continued to lose jobs since the end of the COVID pandemic. I have a question. If there is a mass migration out of Massachusetts, and particularly there's a mass migration out of Massachusetts between the ages of 26 and 34, who are they going to use? Spider! Like net migration out, especially in the age brackets of 26 to 34. Who is going to pay for all of the like migrant leeches on welfare and also all of the boomers on Social Security? Who's gonna pay for that? Because the migrants certainly aren't net taxpayers. So what are we doing here?
We just don't know.
It's like, did they even think about this? They just keep importing people who get on welfare. And then they have a massive boomer population. And now they're saying, in addition to this, people between the ages of 26 and 34 are fucking fleeing the state. And we know that there's massive unemployment for people like, you know, in the 18 to 21 age bracket. So what exactly are they gonna fucking do? They expect the feds to bail them out. They better not get a fucking bailout. I hate nothing more than federal bailouts. It's okay, you can become Spider Fox Girl. No! You would like to add to your application that you're not arachnophobic. Spooters are getting picked up and put outside. What kind of fucking candy ass picks them up and puts them outside? I need to see you kill that little bitch, alright? Nothing's gonna get me hornier than you saving me from the spider, which means killing it until it's dead. And if it explodes into a spider sack of 1,000,000 babies, kill all of the babies! You're 1,000 times its size. I don't care. The spider is scary. Spiders eat mosquitoes. Not well enough. Spiders get transported outside. No. Spiders die. All home intruders get put down, including spiders. Exactly. If the spider didn't want to get killed, he wouldn't have revealed his face to me. Him revealing his existence means he forfeits his life. That's just how it works, all right? Killing spiders is a woman reaction unless you're in Brazil or Australia. I don't ever want to see one of those fucking crab spider bitches. Campbell's office responded with a statement: "We respect the SJC's decision and will continue to work diligently to ensure that ballot initiatives are summarized fairly and transparently." So this lady's just like, oh, well, you know, I guess that's my mistake. Fuck the voters. What the fuck? That's insane that she just went along with it. Did she, like, want this to happen? The push to lower the state's income tax rate has seen positive reaction among Bay State voters in recent polls, but has been criticized as a gimmick by Beacon Hill leadership, including the likes of Governor Maura Healey, Senate President Karen Spilka, and House Speaker Ron Mariano. Neither the Attorney General's nor the interveners' arguments persuade us. The summary tells voters that the proposed law would lower the tax rates on personal taxable income other than capital gain income. In ordinary English, other than means except for or besides, Justice Georges says. I don't know what the fuck he means by that, but I brought up the summary of the bill. This is from the official mass.gov website. Final summary for 2518 initiative petition for a law relative to reducing the state personal income tax rate from 5 to 4 /download. And unlike most bills we pull up, and they're like 7 trillion pages, this is one of one. Summary of number 2518. The proposed law would, over a period of 3 years, lower the tax rates on 1. Personal taxable income consisting of interest and dividends, 2. Personal taxable income other than interest, dividends, or capital gains income, such as wages and salaries. Both tax rates were 5% for tax year 2024. The proposed law would set both tax rates at 4.67 for tax year 2027, 4.33% for tax year 2028, and 4 flat beginning in tax year 2029. The proposed law states that if any of its parts were declared invalid, the other parts would stay in effect. Okay. Alright. So, I don't see what the problem is here, man. That's why they're fighting to prevent it from going to the ballot. It's easy to understand and straight to the point. There's no US aid hidden funding in the wording. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like how some of the Democrats in New Hampshire were like, if we introduce an income tax, the property taxes will go down. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the absolute fuck up. If you introduced an income tax, the property tax absolutely would not go fucking down, and we all know it.